Ladies and gentlemen, this deep. Oh. With your hosts, Jake Young and Terry Shepard. Today's guest is the incomparable Lash Gibson.
That guy's a beast.
With the Lash Gibson Experience with your host, Lash Gibson.
The Lash Gibson Initiative. With your host, Lash Gibson. Man, that is so hard to say.
It's hard for me to get out.
I can't. I've already got my first technical glitch of the show. This show sucks.
I'm on my second, definitely not Coke Zero.
So what do you got? Well, first of all, hey everybody, it's us. It's Jake and Terry, Fist Deep, the show that everybody doesn't watch. Some people watch it. We're going to give it to some people. Some people don't. Some people don't watch it, and some people do.
Some people don't watch it live.
Some people don't watch it live, but a lot of people watch it over at YouTube. How do I make that stop ringing? That's loud. Ding. Yeah, that might happen the whole time.
That's all good.
So what's up, everybody? It's Fist Deep, Jake and Terry. Lots going on this week, but chief amongst those is our guest, who is amazing, Lash Gibson. We're going to get to him in just a minute. Quick catch up, Terry. Tell us about your week, buddy. What's going on?
Dude, my week has been all right, I guess, but the weekend I was laid up. My back was killing me.
Right. Huh? Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, my back was just killing me all weekend, just laid up, and it just kind of sucked.
Really? Can you move back a little bit? You're completely out of the frame. There you are. I got attacked by a wasp. Or I think it was a wasp. A wasp or a hornet, one of the two. Totally attacked by one. I was mowing, and I came around the side of the house. I didn't know what it was. All of a sudden, I just got bit. And man, I pushed that lawnmower out of the way and danced and took off. I must have looked ridiculous. And then whipped it around the house. And I didn't go out there the rest of the night. I had my wife go out and get the lawnmower for me. And then she pushed it around the entire outside. We live, so we have an alley for our garage. So she had to push it down the street, down another street, back to the alley in order to get it into the garage where I met her.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I am terrified of that thing. Man, it hurt. That sucked.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, it bit me, and I turned around. I bit, stung, whatever it did. It sucked, and I turned around, and it's just buzzing there looking at me, just pissed off as all hell. So I come around. When I brought her home and was telling her about it, she was like, I don't know, I see some bees or something. And then she just stopped and went, oh my God, is that it? And there it came, this orange, angry, pissed off, freaking hornet wasp thing.
Man.
And it just kind of hovered there like, you're not coming this way. I mean, this is my way. So
we're just pitiful, I guess. Yeah.
Dude, I am... I don't know what any of that means, but my wife is a lot more brave than I am, sir. So, all right. That's all I have, really. Everything else, I don't think anything else went. If something else did, I'm sure I'll hear about it. I just want to get to our guest for right now. This guy is crazy. He's been on before. How long have you known him?
Lash? Several years now. 5 years.
And when I say crazy, I don't mean crazy like he's insane. I mean crazy like talented. Oh. This guy does so much stuff, and he does all of it well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be neat to see what this guy does moving forward. So I'm excited. You should be excited too. We're gonna bring him in right now. The incomparable Lash Gibson. After we unmute him. Hey, unmute and say some. Can you?
Are we
fingers.
Good? I got new AirPods. They're noise canceling. I love them.
What?
I'm listening to Aqua. Their
Aqua?
album Aquarium with Barbie Girl.
In a Barbie world.
I'm not listening to Barbie Girl though. I am listening to Dr. Jones.
Okay. I don't know if I've heard that.
I'm sure you have.
I'm sure you have.
I'm just kidding. These are just fingers. These are fingers. They were fingers the whole time. Oh my
Lash
God.
Gibson, everybody.
What?
This guy.
Had me fooled.
You've done some big stuff, man. You've opened up for some big names. You opened up for Dave Dugan. You've done shows. You've done weddings. You've done freaking everything. Every form of entertainment up and down the ladder. You've wrestled.
Yeah.
You've acted. You've cried in a staircase in my house.
Yeah.
Dude, you are the whole effing show, sir.
Yeah, I only cried downstairs in your basement because you wouldn't unlock the door. But
No, I needed to get the
everything else
shot.
everything else I take full credit for.
But we got the shot. I thought
Yeah.
it was because we threw glitter in your eye.
That was
Oh
part
my
of it.
God, you were so mad.
That was the worst.
You were so
thank you
mad.
And thank you for the whole effing show. Jerry Lynn's an amazing wrestler. Don't think I didn't get that reference. Good man, good man, good man.
Dude, so just I want to tell this story really quick. So we were shooting Rich Kid Blues. We're in my garage. We had the whole thing dolled up. We got stuff everywhere. I mean, the set looks great. It looks insane. It looks like some place an insane person would take somebody to worship them or whatever. We got bobbleheads with Blaze's face all over them. We got his
I
face on
love that
balloons.
you went ahead and told everybody that I'm not insane, but you cast me as an insane person.
Oh
and
my
I fit
God.
the role.
And you did it so good, you know? So anyway, we have this one shot, and he takes this confetti and just throws it in the air. And man, it is such a good shot. We were shooting it this way, so it all came up. It's absolutely stunning. It's like, that shoot had the best shots that we've ever put together, Terry. And I mean that in all sincerity. We had great shots in that shoot. And you were involved in all of them except for Blaze right at the beginning where his face turns up, so which was gorgeous. So we're standing over you, we're shooting, you're throwing stuff up in the air. Terry and I are like celebrating this great thing that we just captured, and finally Lash is like, somebody get me a goddamn towel to get the glitter out of my eye. It's 1,000,000 degrees in the garage. He is pissed, and we're like, holy shit. The former wrestler is going to maul us here in a second. We need to get this man a towel.
And then Jake made it worse because I'm bitching I would like a towel or something to get this shit out of my eyes. And he goes, oh yeah, I got a garden hose. And I'm like, I'm fucking blinded. So I'm thinking, okay, bring on the garden hose. And he's like, I meant my dick. God damn it.
I think he was like, does anybody else want another lemon martini before he even went and got you a towel?
Another lemon drop.
A lemon
And
drop.
don't skip on the teeny.
Dude, hang on. I need to check the temperature on these ribs before they get away from me. Are your eyes okay? That was a fun shoot, though. You really did have to tolerate a lot, and you really went through some hell that day. It was a lot of fun. We don't do.
Oh, it was a blast though. I mean, I have not shown that video to like literally everybody because I'm so proud of everything that you guys did. You gave me great direction and you guys were wide open about any kind of choices I wanted to make.
Yeah.
Even if you might have thought they were dumb ideas at the time, but you let me put them on camera and you got to see how it looked and make your own decisions. Super respect that.
And part of it went into it. The fun in it for us is the collaborative, I think, aspect of it, and that's how you get the best out of people, is by making them someplace comfortable.
I
And
agree.
we were putting you places uncomfortable, sir.
Yeah. I was uncomfortable filming it.
Oh yeah.
I've never caressed a syringe while singing to it, but
Wasn't that shot beautiful?
it was until I like put my hand up in front of it. So this is the freaking needle.
Right?
I should be holding it like this, but instead I'm doing this like, oh, my precious, but I'm
Right.
hiding it. And I wish I
Dude.
would have known that.
It still looks great. That's such a good shot.
And you had such a great idea of putting corn syrup into the syringe so that it looked all like soupy and shit. I loved that.
It was fun, man.
That was
a
one of
fun
the best
day.
days of my life. I'm not going to lie. Just hanging out in a garage in 120-degree weather. You told me to dress to the nines. I remember that too. You told me to dress up. So I wore my good pants and a really nice button-down shirt. And I get there and you're like, you know, I think that shirt needs a white shirt underneath it. And so you broke out a size large shirt, which if you're keeping score at home, I am not a size large anything.
Right.
I can't even wear a size large hat. I'm that fucking big.
Right.
So you give me a large t-shirt, I put it on and I push it down over these love handles as best as I can. And you go, that's our shot.
That's it, man. I didn't.
Wouldn't let me put the other shirt on, which I'm kind of grateful for because I would have died of heat stroke in that garage.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'd
as
have
soon
put
as
that
I saw
polyester
you in that, there was no way you were putting another thing on. The way that it haltered right kind of between your belly button and your chest, it just kind of belly shirted up a little bit. And, oh, it was just ridiculous.
And it added another dimension of dementia to my character.
Right.
Like,
A little bit more crazy.
if you would have seen me in just like, you know, the button-down shirt that we had prepared, then I don't think my character would have come across nearly as hard.
No.
So I think that visual aspect was fantastic.
And
I loved it.
you right there at the beginning, and then you realize who and what you are.
Yep.
Oh, dude, it's such a good reveal. You just captured that thing so good. You did such a good job with that.
And I don't know who put the CGI sweat all over me, but it looked amazing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the thing that surprised me is how dry you were all day.
Oh yeah. That was definitely a dry day. Figuratively, metaphorically, definitely not any drugs on set, nothing like that.
And you know, I kicked myself. There's like a few shots that I in my mind, I'm like, oh, I wish I would have done this differently, or I wish I would have done that differently, just to give you guys an even better finished product. But all in all, I was proud of what we put together. But there was a I wanted to capture like you from behind, maybe just above you, just to show just how large you were and kind of show a contrast between you and Blaze. At least I could have done it better. Now you and Blaze is a big guy as well.
Yes, he is.
But if I could have gotten just that right angle of you from behind, might have just even sold that even more, that kookiness, like, and the desperation of Blaze. But yeah.
So
So
what's been going on with you, dude? What have you been up to? You've had a name thing that's come up recently?
Yeah. I wasn't even planning on announcing it even like on my Facebook, but I was born Nick Gibson, not even Nicholas, by the way, which is like the worst thing you can do to a child is just give them a one-syllable name.
Oh no, my son's name is John.
That's the worst.
Is it at least short for Jonathan?
No, it's John.
Oh, you're a terrible parent.
J-O.
So my parents named me Nick, just N-I-C-K.
Right.
And my entire identity can be summed up in that feeling of going to Walmart and someone's waving and you can't tell if they're waving at you or the person behind you. That was my entire existence.
All right.
I could hear a car backfire and be like, I heard my name all the time. And you know what rhymes with my name? You're goddamn right you do. Oh, I hated that name. So when I was growing up, I had wanted to become a professional wrestler. That was the dream for me. That was my goal.
Right.
And part of that is you have to create a character for yourself. And I've been working on this ever since probably fourth grade, playing different wrestling games, getting to create my own character and trying to come up with names. Some of the names I went through were awful. For a long time, I thought I was going to be known as Slick.
Slick.
Yeah. I can get rid
Was
of
it
Nick,
Slick
but my-
Gibson or just Slick?
It would have been, I started off with Slick, and then I added Slick Cyclone
Oh,
because I was going to be a cruiserweight.
okay.
Yeah, that didn't work out. Cruiserweight's supposed to be less than 185 pounds, and I broke that in 3rd grade.
Is that true?
Probably.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe not 3rd grade. I'd say 6th grade at least.
Okay. We don't want
was
to have to throw
80
this shit
and-
in your face later in life, so we just want to make sure
80
you set
pounds
the
in
record
kindergarten.
straight. 80
Speaking of
pounds?
my face, I usually have the mustache, the soul patch, and the goatee, but I shaved off the goatee trying something new, and it's really showing off my extra chins.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. See, I have to do that too. I have to do this, or else you just notice this is a big blobby mess. You know what I
I
mean?
had kind of a Sergeant Slaughter jawline I didn't know I had.
Hey, not quite. Oh, actually,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's good.
And that's in order.
Dude, you ought to beat the Iron Sheik with a flag.
I kind of want to do that anyways, just for being on his Twitter. Stupid Jew, rock my via, suck my ass, so what?
Wait, what?
Have you never been on the Iron Sheik's Twitter?
No.
I'm not on
Oh, it's-
Twitter.
Oh, it is fucking bonkers. I don't know if it still is, but back in the day, like, he calls everybody a fucking Jew rat piece of shit. Like, literally
What?
everybody. Like, that's his entire Twitter is like, Hulk Hogan, stupid Jew rat piece of shit, fuck him. And that's the entire tweet.
Oh, wow.
And then he'll see Kim Kardashian is trending. He'll be like, Kim Kardashian, stupid fat cunt motherfucker, fuck her. I hope she dies in a fire.
Here's August 11th. Happy birthday, Hulk Hogan, you dumb son of a bitch.
That's what it says?
It is phenomenal.
Can we
I highly
just
recommend
bring the Iron Sheik's Twitter page up on the show?
Absolutely.
Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah.
I don't think we're
We're not
allowed to
making
do
money
that,
off
are
of
we?
it.
What's that?
This is journalism. We're not making money off this.
Hey, we're journalists.
Well, one thing we're definitely not doing is making money. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can. Where's the Iron Sheik's Twitter? I can't believe we're looking up the Iron Sheik's Twitter. You know
August
what?
16th, yesterday. Fuck everyone. Fuck the Monday. Fact check, you are no good, dumb son of a bitch.
Okay. We're not going to the Iron Sheik's. All right.
We need more positivity in the world.
What we are going to do, though, if we want more positivity, I'm going to play, if it's all right with you, a quick episode of your the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson. God damn it, dude. Why? Why so much shh in those sentences?
There is method to the madness. I wanted to make sure that, one, I said the name twice,
Right?
because that's just annoying
Sure.
and kind of the character I'm working with. And I also wanted it to kind of roll off the tongue, but at the same time not.
Right?
It's gumming mine up.
Yeah,
It's not
you've gotta
rolling
practice
anywhere.
it you've got to practice it a few times in order to get it down. So that's two factors, making sure that you remember the name of Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson.
And here is the Look at this. I had this all set up nice. This is the production thing I'm telling you about, Terry. We got to get this
No.
thing. I've got to get this fixed.
I'm missing the Counting
This is the
Crows
worst.
just to hang out with you people.
What's that?
So I'm missing the Counting Crows just to hang out with you people.
The
Gonna be a long
Crows.
December.
Hello,
Yeah, it is.
my name is Lash Gibson, and welcome to the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson. Waiting for applause. Today we're going to talk about
Waiting for
COVID-19 and some of the rumors that have spread about this annoying little nuisance. The first rumor I would like to address is that COVID is part of a huge global conspiracy. This rumor needs to be laid to rest, as it is completely true. All of the world leaders came together recognizing world peace had finally been accomplished, and quite frankly, 2019 was getting pretty boring. So they created this virus by refocusing all of their thoughts and prayers away from school shootings and redirected those prayers to create this virus. As prayer always does, it worked without a hitch. The next rumor that needs busted is this idea that the COVID-19 The COVID-19 vaccine, hard to say, hasn't been fully tested, which is also true. COVID debuted in late 2019 to mixed critical reception. The COVID vaccine would make its debut over a year later after those silly scientists finally beat PS4's Jedi The Fallen Order and got around to throwing something together. You should never do anything unless it has existed for at least a decade, or you might turn into a frog with a mouth wide enough to stick a lit firecracker in. Who can talk about COVID without talking about masks? I can. Our next topic of conversation is the government. The government is putting tracking devices inside of the COVID vaccines. They aren't tracking us with a GPS on our phones like they've admitted to. They are not watching us through the cameras in our phone like they've admitted to. Nope, they figured out how to make a microscopic tracking device, and they're using COVID as a way to inject you with their spooky-ass LoJack. Even though they mandated vaccinations for school children, they decided to create a brand new disease to let the government hide in plain sight like a toddler playing peekaboo. Okay, screw it, let's talk masks. Doctors started wearing surgical masks 100 years ago. For the past century, doctors have been dropping like flies due to a lack of oxygen while performing surgery for hours on end, and it is completely irresponsible to think that normal people can wear them. We are not doctors. In fact, we're smarter than doctors. While they were drowning themselves in debt going to an Ivy League college, we were smoking pot behind the bleachers and blowing up frogs with M80s.
So
suck it, nerds. Enjoy devoting your lives to a lie. Y'all need Jesus. Anyways, this has been a sarcastic ass edition of the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson. COVID is coming back with a vengeance, and I fucking hate all of you for it. Wear your masks, stay the fuck home, and shut the fuck up. This has been Lash Gibson.
Hey.
Not too shabby, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Not too shabby at all.
I enjoyed it.
Oh,
I don't think anybody's a bigger fan of the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson, than Lash Gibson.
Yep.
It kind of drives my wife nuts. She's like, wow, you listen to yourself more than anybody I've ever met. Like, she'll wake up in the middle of the night, walk out in the living room. What are you doing? It's like, I recorded something on my phone about 3 years ago, and I'm just listening to it again.
I've seen all of our shorts a million times. I've looked at the intro to Writer's Room a zillion times. I've listened to these songs on this show a billion times. I mean, it's all hyperbole, but, you know, quite a few times. I get you. I obsess over that stuff. I don't know what it is. It's like I hate hearing my voice, but oh, God damn it, I love hearing that voice. It's so savory knowing I did that.
I honestly listen to it because it makes me feel good about myself. It doesn't sound like me, and I can listen to it like as a fan.
Right.
And just go, wow, that was really good. Hey, that was me. I am a little crazy.
You're pretty. And this is
It's
Hot
fun,
Topics.
Hot topics!
Yay.
Oh, I love the drop. This is fun. I love this. I don't know where you found this, but this was good. This was a good call. We needed this. That's
It's
exactly
some
what the
master
show needed.
pilfering.
I need to figure out how to fade that out. So this is Hot Topics, just stuff that happened during the course of the week that we thought we'd bring up real quick to break the show up, just in case it's sucking. In this case, it isn't, but here we are anyway. Number one.
So long, Afghanistan.
Get out.
For Audi 5000, guys. Sorry, we've been hanging out for 20 years, just kind of delaying the inevitable, but it was bound to happen.
Move down a little bit. There you are. I
So
keep
we're
losing
pulling our
the
troops
frame.
out of Afghanistan?
Yeah. It was
Oh, yeah.
kind of an abrupt thing, but yeah, they've been talking about it. I don't really know how it would have gone any different than what they've been doing. Like, we shouldn't have went in there 20 years ago to begin with, but hey.
Yeah. The fascinating thing, so Biden decided that he was going to pull everybody out. Just, all right, we're done. We've been here for 20 years. We're bouncing. He pulls everybody out. The first thing the Taliban does is come in and take everything back. Right?
Which they pretty much said they were going to do.
Which
when
they said
Trump
they were going to do
made an
immediately.
agreement with them last year.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that this was going to happen. Everybody, well, and here's the thing. 20 years in Afghanistan, that means that we've trained their army, we've armed their army, we've sent them money, we've built the infrastructure, we've done all this, not built. We did a nation building project, which we shouldn't have been there doing in the first place, but we did.
Yep.
And then,
But I think we half-assed it. If we're being honest, we only we kind of gave them everything they needed to do in order to become like their own country, but they still don't have a Whole Foods. Okay? And how far can you really get as a country without
that,
I mean,
Costco.
I'm not exactly. I'm not trying to rattle any cages, but if we don't instill and inject and force democracy on them, then how the fuck are they going to get by?
Right. We could have at least built a Taco Bell KFC.
Where would they get their food? We didn't provide them Taco Bell KFC. At least I don't think they have.
No,
I mean, they might. I'd be willing to go and look.
Yeah.
I mean, Taco Bell does sound pretty good right now.
dude, I would smash some Taco Bell right now. That sounds so goddamn good. Oh, we're not allowed to talk about Taco Bell on the show any longer.
Damn court order.
That's a dead topic. So anyway, yeah, we got out of Afghanistan. It sucks because 20 years of effort is just up in dust. But honestly, no matter when we got out of that place, it was going to go up in dust.
Yep.
That's just what was going to happen. All we did was throw cat butt. Now the Taliban's coming back and saying, I don't know, man, maybe we'll let, ladies be in government. Maybe we'll do an amnesty thing, or maybe which may just be a bunch of BS, and they start hacking off hands and bagging people up again. Who knows? But we'll see. Number 2, Rand Paul. God damn it. Hearts Gilead. So Gilead is the company that made the drug remdesivir or something like that. The one that was touted really heavily at the beginning of the pandemic of curing. It was the malaria drug or something like that. And it was push really hard. Well, come to find out, Rand Paul bought a bunch of Gilead stock right at the beginning of the pandemic, right when everybody was starting to push this stuff, which isn't a big deal. People are allowed to buy stock. And coincidentally, the stock price went up, and he would have made a bunch of money if he sold, but then it dropped because it went back and forth, and then they said it didn't work, and now they ended up taking a loss on it anyway. But he was supposed to have reported this thing like in 2 weeks, and he reported it 16 months later, or 1 month and 16 months later. These guys just suck. These politicians suck. They all just suck. What'd you say?
Yeah, that is a hot take.
That's a hot take, but they're terrible.
I know. Nobody's said this before, so I want to get it off my chest. They suck. I don't get it. How do we let these idiots run us?
Oh, that was a spit take.
Yeah.
Genuine spit take. Oh my God.
Number 3.
Rand Paul.
Utah Governor Spencer Cox is a dirty boy.
What?
Not with that name.
Well, it's funny you say that.
Isn't that a wonderful name? So apparently, somebody trolled the governor, wrote him this nice letter that says, Dear Governor Cox, I do not know if you know this, but when people say your surname, it sounds like the word cock. It's obscene. Us decent people here in Utah will not stand for it. The Honorable Republican Party will not stand for it. Most importantly, I will not stand for it because of your reluctance to change your foul, dirty, and obscene surname. Myself and thousands of other Utahns will be sitting in protest, not standing, until you change your heinous surname to something less offensive. This is a social justice issue, and we will not be denied basic human decency. If our simple request is not met, we will assemble and do what democracy was made to do by recalling you from office because of your filthy surname. This is not a communist dictatorship. This is the great state of Utah. We do not accept sick jokes to run rampant in our civil institutions, We demand a response to this letter and we expect to hear back from your office soon. Love, a very concerned citizen.
Isn't that crazy? And it's ironic because they did a little research and found out that this was actually written by Debbie Dumbcunt.
Written by what?
Dumquunt. Dumbcunt.
Oh, Debbie Dumbcunt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Debbie didn't see the irony in her letter.
Look, Debbie comes from a very long line of dumb cunts, okay? I've known her for years. I've met her family.
Oh, you know Debbie.
Yes. Look, me and Debbie have gone back, let's say, rehab. I met her in rehab.
Okay.
No, she was one of the counselors, and I was door-to-door Pfizer salesman. I thought that was a hospital. Anyways, so yeah, I will not sit here and let you besmirch the dumb cunts. Okay.
I think we all know a Debbie Dumbcunt before.
Yeah, everybody's got a little Debbie Dumbcunt in them, don't they?
What I find great about Spencer Cox is that he really took this seriously. It was just somebody trolling him, I think, but he actually tweeted this letter.
Well, yeah, I hope that he saw. I hope that he saw the humor in it and
I
understood.
think he was maybe having fun with it.
I think he was having a little bit of. Look at him.
With a face like his, I can't imagine him not having fun with like a ball of yarn.
Dude,
He seems like a fun guy.
have you guys been to Salt Lake City, Utah?
No.
The Mormon people. I say the Mormon people as though,
here.
but you know what I'm saying. The people that live out there that are Mormon, that are of the Mormon faith. Holy smoke, they are like the nicest people you've ever met in your life.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are
Every Mormon I've known has been
insanely
super
nice.
nice.
It's
Yeah.
it's so refreshing. Everybody's polite. Nobody has an ulterior motive. They're just like completely clean slate, freewheeling. It's pretty crazy. I'm heading west, boys. That was the big announcement. Number
That is the
4.
promised land.
Eureka O'Hara. Well, just Eureka this season, but she's out. She is out of here. She did not make the top 4. She got bounced. We kind of knew it was coming. She hadn't won anything. She hadn't lost either, but she hadn't won anything. Everybody else had wins. It was Eureka's time to go, but we're also finding out that the game within a game, hope to God, is finally going to pop up and we can figure out what's going on with that. All of you RuPaul Drag Race fans out there, I think we're about to be gagged and gooped. Boys, thoughts?
So
Number 5.
RuPaul and Rand Paul are brothers, right?
They are. Well, I think they're cousins.
And Eureka is their mom, dad.
No, Eureka's.
I don't even know anymore because you said somebody was out a couple of weeks ago and then apparently they weren't out.
Dude, that was Pandora Box, and I've apologized for that. I need to issue a statement on it is what I need to do. I need to issue something
You
on
need
that.
to retract that
It's
statement.
become a huge deal. I can't believe how big it got online. Can you believe that you and I are the only 2 people who care about this?
Wait a minute, you and I?
Yeah. Can you believe that? It went viral amongst our group of the 2 of us.
Man, that reached everywhere.
Our wives
It went
won't
all
even
the way around
talk
the
to
world.
each other. When was the last time that Ricky and Ashley talked to one another? See what I'm saying? It's tearing our families
yeah.
apart.
Yep.
Number 5.
Doja Palooza.
There he is.
Doja Palooza, y'all.
What the hell is Doja Palooza, Terry?
Well, you know, Dogecoin. Remember when I gave you that sound financial advice and I told you to invest everything you had in Dogecoin?
Yeah, and it's cost me like $600.
Yeah.
Still haven't forgiven you. Go on.
Yep. Well, I want you to take this more financial advice from me. In October, I believe it's October 9th, Is that what it is? Yeah. Or 29th. I don't know. Sometime in October is the Doja Palooza Festival.
Really?
I've sent off for some information. I don't know quite where it's going to be yet. They asked in the little info where I'd like it to be held, and I said Indianapolis.
Okay.
Any bands that I'd like to be a part of it, and I said Nickelback. So hopefully, Doja Palooza this October has Nickelback and is somewhere in the great city of Indianapolis. We can only hope anyway.
Now,
I love that you've got that one picture of a little hand flipping somebody off.
right.
I would like both of you to look at this photograph.
Stupid. Now, this is exciting. I'm on the website right now. Doja Palooza is going to have the one and only Dionne Warwick.
What?
Dionne Warwick.
Who?
Dionne Warwick.
The singer?
She did That's What Friends Are For.
Okay, Whitney Houston's great aunt,
Is that who that is?
I think.
75 million singles, 25 million albums worldwide. But I didn't know that Dionne Warwick was still alive.
I wouldn't have guessed it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
have either. And I don't think if you're trying to blow something up, like Dogecoin, which is a meme, right?
No, it's a cryptocurrency.
Well, right, but it was a meme cryptocurrency.
What
Why would
confuses
you?
me is that they're calling it Doge Palooza, but if you add two hyphens, that's clearly Doggy Palooza.
That's Dog E Palooza. You're right.
And I would totally go to Doggy Palooza. And there's even a fucking doggy on the cover. Like, there's going to be a lot of people showing up with their dogs just going to be pissed.
All I'm saying is there's got to be somebody cooler than Dionne Warwick to headline
You know what?
Doge Palooza. That's all
I
I'm
have
saying.
I have a great idea. We should troll Doge Palooza and create Doggy Palooza on the same day.
On the same day.
Same day.
Same day.
Bring your dogs.
I'll bring my
Same
cat.
day.
Bring your cats.
For those at
Bring your
home, I have a
cat.
picture of a chihuahua sticking out of my chest, and I call it my cat because it smokes too much weed. It's quite funny.
Dude, so that is a dog?
Yeah, it's my chihuahua.
Man,
Well,
I
it's
thought
not
that
my
thing looked
chihuahua.
like a chihuahua. We need a
No,
picture
I
of
don't
that
like
to bring
chihuahuas
up.
that look like chihuahuas. If I get a chihuahua that looks like a chihuahua, every time I look at it, I'm like, yo quiero Taco Bell. Shit, we're not supposed to talk about that anymore.
You can't do
Why?
that any longer.
He
Real
said we're
quick,
not-
that was Hot Topic. This is
Well,
the
those
outro.
are hot.
See, I've used the cat twice. I should have used something at the beginning. Oh well,
That's a cat?
we got another cat.
Are you sure that's not a chihuahua?
Is that, dude?
I don't know.
This cat should be on everything. This picture, that cat, all of this should be on everything. It is the coolest.
Yeah, it looks just like my cat Mulder that's been missing for 6 months now.
The truth is out there.
Yes.
The cat's out there.
The cat is out there.
I'm so sorry.
It's not fun.
I'm sorry your cat is missing. Oh my god. That's fucked up.
So-
I'm so
So, Lash, you got this thing called the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson.
That is correct.
How long has this been going on for?
I started writing the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson, back in March
Okay.
because I stopped posting on Facebook because I would post what I thought was just gold and get no response back. So I
Right.
thought, all right, why am I writing and releasing this stuff if my friends and family don't care?
Right.
So I decided that I was going to exacerbate some of the lesser qualities of my personality, like my pompousness and my authoritative opinions,
Okay.
and make people think this is a character I'm playing.
Yeah.
So after I had shoulder surgery. I had nothing better to do but sit around the house and write. And since I was going through so much depression, I had a bunch of stuff to write about. So I just started writing episodes of something that I had no idea what it was going to be. And I literally, in probably 15 minutes, decided on the name, the Lash Gibson Initiative, with your host, Lash Gibson, wrote the first episode and recorded it. 15 minutes.
Okay.
I don't do any editing with it. I don't try to be fancy with it because I'm also a stay-at-home dad and I can't like get away from my kids long enough to do that without 15 also taking care of the house. I don't do it. We having problems?
I'm
Yeah.
not. What is that?
That was a technical difficulty, me trying to reply to a comment.
Dude, young Jamie is the worst.
Get out of here, you're fired.
You're fired, young Jamie. He's in the room between Terry and I. Terry and I are in two different production suites at the tower. At the Fist Deep Tower. The Fist Place Tower, rather. He's just down the hall from me.
I just looked at my tablet and my tablet says it's charging very slowly. It'll take 6 hours for it to be full.
Oh, no.
Like, I know that feeling, bro.
All right. So
was a fat joke.
So wait, so you did the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host Lash Gibson as a like just kind of a creative endeavor / coping mechanism during the pandemic, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I just got to the point where with everything that's going on and has been going on for, forever, and interacting with all of my friends and family who think completely different from me, by the way.
Right.
I am dead in the middle of Trump country. It's where I was born and raised. It's where my kids are. I can't get away from it, honestly.
Right.
And if I can't express how I'm feeling like on Facebook without catching a lot of backlash, then I thought, you know what? If I put some humor to this, I will reach the people I need to reach. And so far it's a slow process, but I got your guys' attention, so I must be doing something right.
Well, we just love you to pieces. You knew that we were going to follow you. We need to get you out there to the world.
Well, I still do stand up, but not very well.
I'll tell you what, dude. If they end up going bonkers and locking stuff down again this winter, once flu season hits,
And I'm sure they will.
they're not going to be producing any more shows. All the stuff that comes out of California is going to dry up, and everybody's going to go back to YouTube. So if you wanted to establish something going into this next possible wave, you're setting yourself up well, I guess is what I'm saying. Getting something going and getting something on the books and established early is probably a good way to try to capitalize on it as you go through, if that's your intent.
Oh, yeah. Anytime there's a pandemic and people are dying, I'm always looking for the way for me to profit on it.
I'm
Way to
telling you,
capitalize
dude.
on it.
Let's get the hand sanitizer and the masks out, boys. We're going to federal court.
Whee! I was just in court getting my name changed. Fun fact, even though I'm 6'3", former professional wrestler, I can handle myself in a fight, I am terrified of authority. Like, if I got called to the principal's office or something like that, I'd have a panic attack before knowing what a panic attack was. So I had to appear in front of a judge, which blew my mind.
Right.
I was late getting to the courthouse, so on top of my nerves, I'm already frazzled. And then I have to sit at the table that the claimants would sit at in front of this judge while he asked me questions. And it was nerve-wracking. I hated every second of it, mostly because he didn't ask me anything that I wanted to actually answer. We mostly sat there in silence. Made me feel better. And then he stepped down from his podium, and I realized he was only like 5'4". I was like, oh my God, that judge is adorable.
So what kind of questions do they ask?
I thought they were going to ask why I was changing my name.
Right.
But instead they said, are you changing your name to avoid creditors? I said, no.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
No. No.
Yeah, they asked that. They asked if I wanted to change my gender marker, and I'm like, no, I'm not there yet. we'll slow this down a little bit. And then
What could you change it to?
later,
Could you
he
change
goes,
it
"All
to
right,
them or
last-"
something?
do what?
Could you change it to them?
I'm sorry?
Could you change it to like them or they or him or?
Oh, my gender marker?
Yeah.
I'd probably just change it to female, I'm
Oh, okay.
assuming.
Gotcha.
Or like a none of the above situation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what gender having huge balls and a tiny penis would be. I'll Google.
Oh, well, it gets more diverse as your penis gets smaller. So you're lucky. You could actually cross over into several different denominations if you'd like.
Yeah, they
not
can't-
you.
Okay.
You didn't mean you as the right.
Well, I can't exactly tuck. I mean, I sat on my balls just coming to this.
Have you ever tried to tuck?
Did you?
Ever tried what?
Tuck?
Well, yeah, in front of a mirror when I was like 13. I'm not an animal.
I mean,
All right, you guys know I'm missing the Counting Crows for this, right?
all right, dude, we're moving into the fist. So, in a special edition of Five in the Fist, kind of like what we did last time, actually, when you were here, we're going to do a live, right here on the show, Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, the incomparable Lash Gibson. That's the plan?
Sounds good.
Give me a second, we'll move you into the fist. Oh, I should have let that run a second longer. I need to come up with a better thing. Sir, you are on.
Greetings! Welcome to another episode of the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson. My name is Lash Gibson. Today we will be talking about getting high, faded, ripped, lit, stoned, baked, messed up, and straight up fit-chased. Throughout recorded history, people have engaged in various activities and rituals designed to change the way your mind works. Native Americans used tobacco, peyote, and marijuana. Asians had opium and various psychedelic mushrooms. And alcohol was discovered by the ancient Egyptians and mentioned multiple times in the Bible and other holy texts. But it's not just people that seek to alter their perspectives. Animals have knowingly searched for psychoactive drugs that cause them to trip balls. Elephants will find fermented fruit and just get bombed. Wallabies eat poppies, the flower where opium comes from. Jaguars in the Amazon like to gnaw on the bark of an hallucinogenic vine. And of course, there's catnip, which is marijuana for cats, and it's perfectly legal. Catnip kind of explains Garfield going to town on some of the Italian food, though. I mean, like, you bake the lasagna, you bake yourself. That really does sound like an enchanted evening. There's a mushroom in Siberia that is poisonous to humans, but reindeer actively seek it out so they can trip their balls off. Farmers in the area might carry an empty cup, scoop up and devour some yellow snow because the reindeer urine contains the same hallucinogenic qualities as a mushroom without the poisoning effects. Then the reindeer eat the yellow snow created by the farmer. It's the circle of high. Especially for creative people, artists of all kinds, from Andy Warhol to Andy Griffith, dabbled in drugs as a means of tapping into their creativity. Many of them took things too far and became addicted, and some never even touched the stuff, like Andy Griffith. Today, the leaders in science and technology will microdose with mushrooms in order to expand their creativity. Now, here's a riddle for you. Can you name a profession that never existed until after it was made illegal to be one? Can you name a profession that never existed until after it was made illegal? The answer is a drug dealer. Before substances started getting banned, they were just medicine. And the people who sold them weren't evil criminal drug dealers. They were healers and shamans and doctors, or by today's standards, butchers. But these medicines worked wonders. And the entire profession of locating and selling illegal drugs is only supported by the laws that are against them. You think high school dropouts are going to sell drugs if we can buy them at the gas station? Yes, they will, because instead of selling drugs out of their house, he'll be selling drugs at the fucking gas station and paying taxes like the rest of us. So feel free to light up, take a toke, tip a bottle, or chow down because you're in good company. Or choose not to. I don't care. Drugs have been around literally forever, and if drugs are good enough for reindeer and elephants, they're good enough for me. And by me, I mean me, Lash Gibson. This has been another truly great episode of the Lash Gibson Initiative with your host, Lash Gibson. You are welcome. We'll see you next time, and by we, I mean me, Lash Gibson.
Fantastic.
And the cat again. We're using the cat a lot tonight. Lash Gibson, everybody.
Woo.
Thank you.
Brother.
Right now, I think my next episode is going to be about motorcycle helmets.
Oh, all right.
That's just the first thing I thought of, though.
Sorry?
Maybe I'll do it about, like, fingernails.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're 2 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. 3 for 3, really. All of these things have been highly entertaining and super funny.
Thank you.
I hope you keep doing them, and I hope you try to really push yourself out there, because I think once you get up there, people are going to see you.
I appreciate that. Yeah. I do plan on expanding a little bit, but yeah. I got to get a new house first.
I've never known anybody who's gone on to be successful, so you have that going against you.
I've known quite a few people that go on to be successful. Thankfully, as a wrestler, a lot of my friends that I got to work with actually made it. There's Jason Ayers is a WWE referee.
Oh, okay.
And he handed me my first tag belts. He was the referee at my match. Let's see here. Oh, screw it. I'm not going through everybody.
Are you all right, T? You've drifted off a few times now.
Yeah, he said something about microdosing, and I think I was having a microdose flashback.
Terry hasn't quite figured out microdosing yet. He still thinks
Trying to figure that out.
He thinks 2 grams is a microdose. He keeps talking to his pharmacist, which is a dragon in the freezer. And the dragon keeps telling him 2 grams seems fine with me. I think this is what you're supposed to do.
That's what he
No,
said.
like 3.5. But anyway, I don't know
You
anything
talk
about
to your
that.
dragon in your freezer. Ask him if the light stays on when you shut the door.
Lash, if you remember rightly or correctly, at the end of this, we give you the microphone for you to say what you'd like. And that's how we're going to wrap it up. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Okay. You will regret this.
That's okay.
I have, let's see here, nothing going on anytime soon because I know COVID's ramping up. So I'm not really in a big hurry to put physically myself out there.
Right.
If I'm going to say anything, it would be to wear your mask. And if you don't have anywhere to be, then stay the fuck home. Be leery of anybody who has a flag in the back of their truck.
Oh, no.
Don't eat cheese before noon.
Oh, okay.
Penny saved is a penny earned, but when I'm president, pennies will be the first thing I get rid of. There is a pregnant cat who keeps coming to my house and she won't let me pet her, which means technically she's not a pet. Also, Matt Stone and Trey Parker recently rescued Casa Bonita, and I would just like to give them a shout out.
Hey.
I love South Park. I love Matt and Trey. Casa Bonita was going out of business because of COVID, and they swooped in and saved it. And they saved so many childhood memories.
What a couple of damn superheroes.
Superheroes.
Matt and Trey saving the
We don't
world.
all wear capes.
Yep, they saved Casa Bonita, and we just won't hold season 20 against them for that.
Everybody, this has been the incomparable Lash Gibson.
Lash Gibson.
Thanks for coming on, buddy. Hey, hang tight. We'll talk to you after. All right.
Do I have
man.
enough time to catch the end of Counting Crows?
Oh, you're Counting Crows. What time is the crowd? I've got you muted, man. What time is Counting Crows finish up at?
You know what?
If it's 9:30,
if
you're
I can
good.
get there in time just to hear Mr. Jones, I'm good.
Dude, that song is so good. I'm sorry we held you up from that, bud. I wish we could do better.
It's okay.
Thank you.
This was worth it.
All right. Hey, Thursday is the writer's room. We're going to, what are we doing in the writer's room this week?
You know what? I have
Move
no
down
idea.
a little bit. I can't see your face.
But yeah, well, no idea. I know last week we outlined we outlined the show.
We outlined it.
Harlots. We outlined Harlots.
We probably could tighten that up a little bit
Yeah.
and actually expand some of that out a little bit, I think. Because
Yeah, we
once we
could.
get the outline done, I mean, it's just plug and play.
Well, everything else is just paint by numbers.
Everything is paint by numbers, man. We already have the book. They teach us how to do it. So
That's right.
that's going to be a fun one next
We'll have it
week. I
sold
don't
by
know.
October.
We don't have a guest for next week, do we?
Not yet. I have somebody in mind
Okay.
I'm going to reach out to.
Next week is a surprise. So tune
It's a
in
surprise.
if you're looking forward to whatever that means. I think that I think that Lash doesn't realize that he's back on the air right now, but I think that's what we're going to wrap the show up on, guys. So thanks for coming out. Thanks for the public nudity, Lash, and we'll see you guys next week. Stupid. Come on, man.
Ooh,
I think we got your boobies on here.
that was
Hang on, I'm
glad it worked out
unmuting you.
just like that. Perfect timing.
I'm unmuting you. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's why I don't smoke before these things. I know
No, you're not supposed to come on and say that. We're still on Facebook. You're going to get us canceled.
Oh, damn it.
You live in Illinois. You live in Illinois. You live in Illinois. You live in Illinois.
You're damn right I do.
Good man.
It's dark in there.
That's what matters.
Trying to get us shut down. Are you out of your mind?
So we're still on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, we're still on Facebook. We're still live everywhere. And you're over here talking about pot.
And sons of bitches. I didn't say I was smoking pie. I said smoke, you bastard.
Oh. Oh, well, see, then I'm the asshole.
I'm smoking. I'm old and crotchety. Leave me alone. Oh, hey, I left a candle lit in my garage.
deep.
That was deep. Yeah, you guys ever need any sound bites for whatever it is you're doing, I'm all over it. I'd actually say, admittedly, the only dream that I haven't gone after